The year's off to a running start as this past weekend saw some great school sports action. This week in our youth sports report, we focus on cricket, as 10 of the nation's top cricketing schools descended on PE to take part in the Grey High School Cricket Festival. The festival incorporated 3 different formats of the game. The first 2 days were devoted to declaration cricket. The third day saw the more traditional 50-over format of the game, with the final day dedicated to the exciting T20 format. On the first day, Glenwood, Affys and the hosts, Grey High, all recorded impressive wins. Grey defeated St Charles by 134 runs, thanks in part to a 188-run partnership between Bernie Ferreira and Matthew Brezka. Ferreira scored an unbeaten 106 not out, while Brezka, who was making his first team debut at the tender age of just 14, contributed a stellar 90 runs to the tally. The young batsman was confident in his team's chances to end the tournament on top, as well as noticing the difference in quality at this level of the game.
It's a big step up. It's much harder than coming up from under 14 when I played there and under 15. We stand quite a good chance. Got a very young team, and I think we've got a good chance of coming #1 in SA.
Glenwood's Callan Pearce and Andile Pelukwayo were the chief destroyers in their match up against Selborne, as the pair took a combined 8 for 42, restricting their East London-based opponents to a measly 98 runs. Glenwood reached the total for the loss of only 2 wickets, winning the encounter by 8 wickets. So Affys had their star batsman Drian Brewer to thank for their remarkable victory over Framesby. The prolific opener scored more than half of his team's runs in a stupendous stand of 115 runs not out. That as Affys finished on 214 for 9. In response, Framesby's Tian Potgieter and Anru Emilio put on scores of 41 runs each in an effort to win the encounter. It wouldn't be enough though, as Affys ran out winners by a slender 1 run, as the home side could only manage 213 before they were bowled out. The opening batsman for Affys was quick to acknowledge the stellar opposition that had assembled at Grey High.
It's always nice coming to Grey PE. The atmosphere and the teams there are quality teams. So the cricket is top class and just great to get in form and perform here against good teams. We got off to a tight start there at Framesby. The competition is very good. Good teams coming here, so you have to be on top of your game to perform there.
The second day of the festival was a low-scoring affair, with Framesby amassing the highest total of 217 runs. Grey High School finishing the day as the only side to have a perfect record, winning both their games at the festival. Day 3 would see the introduction of the limited overs format of the game, which provided some fireworks all round. On the third day of the festival, it was Grey High who once again recorded the win, this time against DHS. The hosts would need a victory in their final encounter against Affys on Sunday to have that perfect record. Affys condemned Selborne to a 3rd successive loss in a nightmare weekend for the side. They were still searching for their first score of over 100 runs when Affys came through and won this encounter by 181. And on the final day, in the biggest match of the weekend, the host school Grey were unable to overcome a very strong Affys outfit. They were defeated by 8 wickets in the final 45-over match. St Charles rounded off an extremely disappointing weekend for Selborne, as they sent their opponents home with a taste of a 10-wicket defeat in their mouths. Rondebosch won their 3rd successive game to end the weekend as one of the 3 sides with the tag undefeated. Congratulations to Neil Bielby and the rest of the staff at Grey High School for a wonderful event where a few shining stars were discovered. We'll be sure to keep an eye on them throughout this exciting season, which officially kicks off this coming weekend.
Expresso Youth Sport, brought to you by Deep Heat, warms pain away.